Hello and welcome. I'm No542 and this is a small video about VPNs. Okay, so VPNs or virtual private networks are what you can use to encrypt your data between one place and another, being on a private network. So basically there'll be a load of different people on the same network going through one IP address. That IP address could be anywhere in the world, but it would be a lot harder to find out who is using that IP address if a load of different people are using it. So the way the VPNs work is your traffic is routed through that IP address, it goes out, it comes back in, and then back to you. And no one else knows because it's all encrypted between you and them. No one knows that you're connected to them because it's encrypted. Obviously, yeah. Why am I doing this? Why am I telling you about this? In the UK, the government is going to start tracking or internet usage. So what that means is they're going to start monitoring websites that people visit. Now, I don't know what kind of use, what kind of help that's going to be to the government, because web message programs like Facebook Message and WhatsApp and a few other ones like hopefully Allo which is the one for Android, iPhone, their message thing, iMessage is encrypted, and as it should be. That is the future of the web, is because people encrypt this stuff so that other people can't read it. And when I say other people, I don't mean the governments, I mean the people, hackers. You don't want someone reading your messages as you're sending them just because they're plain text messages through the internet, which can happen, not all the time. It's unlikely to happen too much, but it's possible. If there is something in between you and them, which there is now, and there's the government who are recording the internet history, they can check things in plain text, which are going through that message line. So, I don't know if you've ever heard of man-in-the-middle attacks. So basically, you could be sitting at a Costa or some kind of coffee shop or something. You connect to the Wi-Fi there, and you search something on the internet. As you search that, someone else on the same Wi-Fi could be watching what you're doing on that internet. Someone could do that. Someone could become between you and sniff all your passwords through if you're not using encryption. Encryption is very, very important to use nowadays because it stops people from hacking you. Now, the government obviously doesn't want you to use encryption because then they can't read what you're saying. I don't think they can ask you to stop that. And they can't ask companies to stop that because it would be very anti-tech. It would be literally trying to reverse the current future that we have created ourselves. It would just make technology pointless, really, to some extent anyway, because you wouldn't be able to talk to other people. You wouldn't be able to do too many things without people watching. Now, the VPNs, what they do, I've gone off on a little bit of a tangent here, but the VPNs, what they do is they stop other people from seeing that content. Sometimes VPNs do keep logs of what you're doing, so that in itself doesn't really help anything if you're trying to do this to stop anyone from seeing what you're doing. But I found one which doesn't and is also free, and that's called CyberGhost. I've looked around, there's a couple of different ones out there. There was one which was like CyberGhost, which a lot of people used. There was an issue with it, and that was they were using free users' bandwidth in DDoS attacks. So that's not a good thing. Some of the VPNs are a little bit shady when it comes to that kind of thing. This one, from what I've seen so far, is not. It seems to be a very good, respectable VPN. And the free version is okay. It's pretty good. You can use it has like different settings on there. You can get the paid version. I haven't got a paid version yet, but I'm hoping maybe this year I'll get one. I don't know. And then there's the free version as well, and you can choose where in the world you want to be as well. And there's an interesting point about this is I don't know if you're allowed to do this or not. I don't think you are allowed to do this, so maybe don't do this. But you could go onto YouTube Red and you could buy a subscription to that through the VPN service. I haven't done this yet. I was considering it because I do want YouTube Red, but I don't know if I should or not. And also, I don't know if that will actually show up on my account in the UK, and if I'd be able to see anything through it anyway, unless I was just connected to the VPN. So I'd have to be on the VPN to watch any of the YouTube Red content. That's probably the case. I'm not gonna lie. But the sooner that Google bring it to the UK, the sooner a lot of people will buy it. And there's huge demand for that. I've gone off on another tangent, I'm really sorry. So yeah, basically what I'm trying to say is get CyberGhost or another reputable VPN. I've done research into it. I've had a look around at different ones. And what I found was that CyberGhost was probably the best one that I could find at the time. Mainly just because it was free and it was really easy to use. Not that I need easy to use software, but it's very easy to use. So for you guys, it should be, you won't need to be like a tech guru or anything like that to be able to use it. And with that, you can browse the internet anonymously again, as it should be, as that is what the internet was designed, well, the public internet was designed for, to be free, open, and void of discrimination. There's bad people on the internet, but that doesn't mean that we need to censor the internet. No, what that means is we need to get the bad people off of the internet. Stop blocking access to websites, because I've got songs that I made ages ago which I can't get to anymore because people have pirated my music and I can't get to the website because it's behind the censor wall. So I can't get to my own music that has been pirated because there is a wall in the way of it because of the UK's censorship of illegal download websites. So I can't go and tell them to get rid of that MP3 because how can I? I can't get onto the website. Legally, I'm not allowed on that website as well. So I think legally, I don't know. I don't think it's illegal to use these things to get around it, circumvent the internet or whatever. A lot of people use VPNs. Companies as well. So they can't ban VPNs. Just so you know, because that would be very dangerous for companies. And companies will leave the UK if you ban VPN access, because otherwise they can't connect to their websites in America. They can't get the files from there. We can't get files from other countries like Taiwan. We can't get files from anywhere else. VPNs are very important for the internet. A lot of good points in here, I think. I've put them across. If you guys have any extra points to say, or maybe I've said something wrong, I don't think that I have, obviously, because I said it, but I'm happy to be proven wrong on anything that I've said today. Some of it is just general rambling anyway, so you can never really know. And also, if you're not doing anything wrong on the internet, there's no need to worry about people recording your internet history. I just don't like the idea of people recording my history, because usually if people look into things deep enough, they'll find something, and I don't want to give anything. I don't want anyone to know the websites that I've been on, because that's my prerogative. I'm not doing anything dodgy on the internet. No, I don't download anything illegal. I don't, do anything else bad. So I think it's up to me to be able to choose what I do on the internet. So that is it for this time. Don't forget to subscribe, learn anything from me on Twitter, that's @Nathan42, and thanks for watching.